install a diesel heater, and I'm gonna be installing it into the Humvee. What I'm gonna do is pop up a spot underneath of one of the benches and see if we can have a little spot where it comes out on the side and you know, it makes it convenient and hides it away in our small space. Under these benches, we have some storage, but under this back component, this corner right here, we can't access properly. And we can't really use it as a full storage because from these rivets all the way back to the back ones is the wheel well. So we can't tap into that area, but there is this little square. Let me show you. Of space right there. And it's enough space to fit the diesel heater. So what I'm gonna do is make a mark and just cut out this segment right here. And what I'll end up doing is putting it on a hinge, so that way if we need to access the top of the diesel heater and get in there, we can work and it's not just completely blocked off. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut this line and pop this up so that way we can get in there to work. So we got it all cut out. We got this other front hole cut out, but I added a couple of just 1-bys in here to boost it up a little bit because I'm gonna tap into, there was already an existing diesel heater in here. It was just an old one and it wasn't working, but it does have this lower track. So what I'm gonna do is I wanted to bump it up enough so I could tap into that lower track still. So that's why I just added this. You don't necessarily always need to do that. So now I'm just gonna put a little light coat of paint on it just to, you know, clean it up a little bit. And then while we let that dry, we're going to go ahead and assemble the diesel heater.
All right, this part takes a little while, so I sped it up, but really you're gonna put the mounting plate on along with the wiring and the intake tube, which is the black one, and the exhaust tube, which is the silver, along with the green fuel line.
I've got it all kind of pre-wired in there. I've got the exhaust that's gonna come out actually right here. And then on the inside, you definitely just wanna make sure that you keep all of the lines away from the silver exhaust line because that's the only one that's gonna get hot. So just keep everything clear of that. And then back on the fuel line, instead of using the fuel tank that comes with this, I'm gonna tap into a pre-existing line. So the previous diesel heater was actually ran out of this box as well. So it's kind of got it all set up for that. And one of the diesel lines is actually coming off of the fuel tank. And what I'm gonna do is go get some connectors and just tap into that so it'll be connected. And then on the inside, the only other thing I gotta do is just get the door flap covered right here. And I'm not gonna wire it up yet because we still have a lot to do. I just wanted to get this in there so that way we can start to build around it and make this efficient. So I'm gonna go get some more parts and then we'll finish this thing up. Hey guys, future me here. The Humvee is complete, and since we did that video, we really didn't do too much more on the diesel heater until the walls were in, until the electrical was done. So kind of let me give you a little bit of an overview of what it ended up looking like. That is the diesel heater. Inside there, there's a door on the inside where you can reach it if you need to. And then up here, this is where I have the controller, so I can monitor with that. I also have a little hand controller. So this is the event where the diesel heater comes through on that side. And this was the existing track that ran all through next to the floor. So we were able to tap into that. So that's where all the heat comes out, is down here. If there's one thing I'm certain about, it definitely gets hot in here. It takes about 5 minutes to really heat up this since it's such a small space. So I'm really glad I have it, you know, in case we ever go into colder environments, we're all set. So anyways, that's the diesel heater update. Now let's move to the next project. So this is one of the last major pieces that we want to get done to the outside of the Humvee. So we've got two 40-inch 5D Pro, and one of them's gonna go on the front, one of them's gonna go on the back, and then we have four 12-inch of the Pro Series that are gonna go on each side of it. So these kits have everything already in them that you'll need to hook it up. I've already put on the side mounts on this one right here, the little 12-inch light bar. You can also put the mounts that they have that are on the back as well, but I'm actually gonna run with the side mounts. So yeah, the first thing to do is to go ahead and get these mounted. I'm gonna start with the 12-inch ones and get those up first. I've got these two up on this side. They're already mounted, and pretty much just got to repeat same thing for the other side, and then we'll get to the front. The next part of this whole thing is doing the wiring harnesses. So I'm gonna splice this and then make it wire into one switch instead of two. And I have like a little control box that I'm gonna put up front. So a lot of tedious wiring. I gotta do it for both sides and then individual on the front and the back. So anyways, here we go. I'm on the last one. I've got everything done but the front one, but I just want to show you guys how hard this front one is to get to. So I have everything coming out through this hole right here. Sorry, it's really messy in here, and then it's coming through this hole, which will eventually be where a lot of our electrical runs out, because this cabinet is going to be where the electrical stuff is. But I had to snake it around. I finally got the snake in here because it all comes out through this little hole right here. It's kind of even hard to see with the camera, but up in that area. And that is a very, very tight spot. And I like the skylight. It's so nice to be able to stand in here now.